What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Big D here. It's time to review Arrow Season 3, Episode 19, titled Broken Arrow. This is a spoiler review. If you've not seen the episode, go to the cw.com/arrow, watch the full episode there. I'm sorry I'm late, guys. I just had a rough week, man. After Daredevil with 13 hours straight, I kept sort of finishing it within 3 days. I took breaks. I had to, I gotta eat, and I have to sleep and play video games and, schoolwork. So I was very busy, time consumative and all that. But now I'm back. I hated The Flash this week. Check out my review. No one did because I was like 17 hours late. Apparently 17 hours late. No one views anything anymore, but whatever. Anyway, if you're watching this, you're special to me. Thank you so much for at least attempting to reach and watch this video. So yeah, let's get right to it. Should take me less than, again, 2 minutes to recap. Pros and cons, final score at the end. What an episode, man. What an episode. We got, 4 more episodes left this season? Alright. So, Deathbolt. I believe the actor's name is Doug Jones. He played that fishy guy in Hellboy. The fish one who's like, Hellboy. Swim, swim. Yeah. So, Deathbolt attacks. And, he has, these, I don't even know. They didn't really even specify his power, really. He's a metahuman, and he's just zzz, and it kind of burns people. So Roy is okay with being punished. Basically tells Oliver, it's okay, I deserve to go to prison for when I killed that cop. Lance goes to Oliver's lair. He has a warrant, and he's like, I got you now, you son of a bitch. And then Oliver says, I wish they wouldn't have showed that in the trailer that was 2 months ago when they were doing the final episodes, here's what's to come. And they spoiled it, and I was like, wow, no, don't tell me, man. That would have been a great surprise, but they didn't. They showed it, so. But still, he does got you, man. But don't worry, all the prints are to Roy Harper. Felicity and Diggle took a bunch of Oliver's stuff out to make sure it doesn't have fingerprints of Oliver. Don't know how you could do that. It's a big layer to do it, but whatever. So Oliver's gonna team up with Ray. And there's a flashback where Waller was held hostage from General Shreve. General Shreve is not shown in the episode, but Waller was held captive, and she escapes at the moment that Oliver's there, and she basically tells him to run, to get far away from the place. Adam fights Deathbolt, but he gets his ass kicked. Very cool effect stuff by Adam. I'll get that in a second. Roy is attacked in prison, but don't worry, he fights them off. A very cool fight scene, man. I just love the way Roy Harper fights. Very intense and very risque moves he does. I just love it all, and it's real close, and the choreography and the way it's filmed is perfectly done. So there's a flashback where Maceo and his wife, I already forgot his name, and Oliver go to an army base because General Shreve wants to infect the city of Hong Kong with something. He just wants to infect it. So they went to go get immune I already forgot what it's called, immune things, symptoms, or I'm sorry, they want to get the vaccine. There's only 3 vaccines, by the way, where they got it. Anyway, towards the end of the episode already, so Roy gets stabbed Roy is getting stabbed in prison, or he got stabbed one time by an officer, and he is officially pronounced dead. He's dead on the ground, and Thea gets the news, and Oliver gets the news, and it's impactful, man. But before that, Deathbolt is fighting the Atom yet again, and Deathbolt almost killed Felicity, by the way, but Atom takes him down. And I just like it. Instead of getting his ass kicked, he kicked ass. So Deathbolt is basically just, oh, I'm done. I'm down. Oh, you win, type of thing. So we find out that Roy is not dead. It was all part of the plan. Diggle, Felicity, and Roy make that plan up. Roy leaves the city. He says his goodbyes. Ray sees Oliver and Felicity kind of having a moment. Not like a kissy-kissy moment, but, she's like, obviously, Felicity still cares for Oliver, and she cares for Ray. And Ray's kind of like, that's probably what I should go do with my own spin-off. Anyway, we see Ray and Cisco. Ray and Cisco are in Star Labs. I'm sorry, they're at the where they put the metahumans at. And it's a cool cameo from Cisco. I like that. And he's basically like, wait, how did Deathbolt, how can he be a metahuman if he was in Starling City when the accelerator went off? Which is true. How did he become a metahuman? Question mark. There's a flashback where they get the immune needles, and basically they only have 3, so they're kind of figuring out Oliver, okay, like, you got to use it on, the kid and, the parents, so you can set an example. Anyway, at the end, we see Roz attacks Thea, and I just love it, man. He's like, do you know who I am, child? That child. Every time Roz says child, it's about to go down. She throws a knife at him, and he's like, sure. And I love it. It's a full-on fight. He's dodging everything, and basically Roz stabs her in the stomach area, and Thea is slowly dying. Pretty sure she ended up dying. So, what are my pros and cons, guys, of this? Let me get one of my pros real quick. I love the ending of this episode. Arrow Season 3 has had the best endings. It's like an episode after an episode. Better endings. Their endings just... give me some, baby. I love it so much. It gets me so excited. Let's talk about Brandon Routh for a moment as the Atom. The Atom in this episode is just fantastic. I just love how he portrays the Atom, man. He's trying to become a superhero, and he's getting beaten up by Deathbolt, and he's gonna have to fix his costume or suit. But I just love the way that the fighting scenes that Atom does, even though Oliver's controlling him when he's doing it. It's still very epic to see Atom actually doing something and getting recognition. Deathbolt. Deathbolt also, it will go to a con, but very underused. But for bringing Deathbolt in, very cool, and I hope we'll see Deathbolt in the future. I doubt we'll see him in Season 3 of Arrow. We'll probably see him maybe in Season 4 of Arrow, probably not, but most likely we'll see him in The Flash, either at the end of Season 1 or beginning of Season 2. Cisco. A cameo of Cisco was just so fun, and it's great to see Raymond Valdez, I believe that's his name, Valdez, on the show of Arrow. And I believe there's a crossover coming like in 2 weeks or something. Somewhere around there where Cisco meets Black Canary. I love the opening also of Deathbolt attacks at the bank. That was very intense, and just how the blood splatters. Very beautiful. And it's a nice send-off to Roy. I like what they did with Roy's character. I always thought Roy was annoying this season, even though as Arsenal he was very underused. But now, for a send-off, we'll see Roy again in the future. Well, he will. We'll see him again, but maybe not in The Flash Season 1 or Season 3 of Arrow, but in the future one day, next year sometime. So it's a good send-off to Roy. And the camera work and the tone and the set pieces and the cinematography and the choreography for the episode were very beautifully done and adjusted. My only cons really are the flashbacks. I don't like the flashbacks in this particular episode. And also, the way Deathbolt was defeated. I mean, give us an epic showdown. Deathbolt was basically like, you know what I mean? Like, Adam was getting his ass kicked, and then Adam started kicking ass, but that's it. Just, and then Deathbolt's like, oh no, I'm dead. Not dead, but you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you hit me, oh, I'm down. I was like, really? Get up. What are you doing? You have powers to do zoom, what are you? And why couldn't you just kill Felicity, get her off the show? Even though she is kind of attractive. Oliver's being a bitch this episode at a part when he I like the message that it receives, that he needs to ask for help sometimes, but still Oliver was kind of being a bitch this episode. I was like, oh man. And when Ray's trying to do a joke and he's like, oh, Ray, you have to take this seriously, dude. You're have fun, man. You used to be a drunk billionaire, playboy guy. I mean, come on, don't do that, man. You used to be amazing. You used to be a stubborn rich kid, and now you're like, take it seriously, Ray. Really? Come on, man. Anyway, Lance is a bitch in this episode also. I used to like Detective Lance or Captain Lance, but it's enough, dude. Stop. I want Captain Lance either to die or actually be useful part of the show instead of him, I must go after the Arrow. I know what you're doing, you son of a bitch. By the way, your friend Roy's dead. But, I would say sorry, but I think I know whose fault it is. I mean, oh boy, no sir. Get out. basically how I feel. Anyway, for Broken Arrow, I'm going to give it an A-, a 9.15 out of a 10. Secondarily, a solid B, an 8.50 out of a 10 also. So A-. It's a very great episode, another great ending, good action, great to see Adam and Deathbolt go at it. That was still very fun to see, even though Deathbolt went down super easily. Kind of disappointing of that battle, but still fun to see. Don't forget Roz killing Thea. Super awesome again. Love it. See you all for the next one, which is titled The Fallen. That's April 22nd. Until next time, with Spock be with you always. By the way, I'll review the next 2 Supernatural episodes I've missed the past 2 weeks. I have it on my TiVo. I'm going to watch it sometime today. So hopefully my review will be out by the time you watch this. Or sometime this week. And yeah, I just reviewed Pop Art Mall Cop 2. Check that out on my channel. And I did a reaction to the Fantastic Four trailer number 2.